final term here at Kardinia Park. The Cats lead by 4 points only. Slight breeze going their end. Here's Matthew Phoebe, a quick hand pass. Geelong are in the bend. There's Pickering to half forward and chipping across there, as he has so often done in the past when moved to the forward line. Ken Hinckley has taken the mark.
Yes, one of the three deputy vice captains actually at the club this year, which is a great feather in his nest after playing some early games at Fitzroy, and he can kick a goal, Ken.
So here's the kick at goal. The goal by hasn't moved. It's a goal. So a great start to the final term by the Cats, and they lead by 10 points.
Yes, always crucial, that last goal. I mean, every goal is crucial. But they had a couple of chances here in the middle of the ground, and Paul Couch has done very well there, just to dispossess Phoebe, and that quick kick that Liam Pickering can do. Ken Hinckley had read it beautifully, better than anyone, and Kenny nice and balanced with his kicking at goal, and a very, very important goal at this stage.
Margin back out to 10 points, the Cats in front after Hinckley's first goal. Well, neither ruckman touched it, bounced twice. Tunnel ball by Barnes. The Cats have got it. Good tunnel ball. Riccardi is passed wide. Ablett, 40 metres out. McGrath now on the forward line. Close to the boundary line. Fumbles it out. Tim McGrath has kicked just 4 goals in 77 games in his league career, so obviously most of the time has been a defender, but he's got a chance now on the forward line.
Steins versus Barnes. Sean White gets it to Hilton. Again, too slow to get it, and his kick only travelled a metre. Here's Ablett. Races in the goal for goal number 6, and he's missed it to the right.
In fact, that's his 4th point, Peter. Gary is a noted point kicker. He's also a noted goal kicker, but he does kick a lot of points as he seizes opportunities, I think, most players don't see, and he's not frightened of a ping at goals, and why wouldn't he?
Do you think we're entitled to expect him to kick another 100 this year at 33?
I'd like to back him.
Yes, I think if he can stay sound, he can kick another 100, certainly.
Good mark by Steins. Running is Seacamp. Up towards Smith. Almost a one-hander by Brown. It comes away here to Scholl. Tim McGrath with a break on his opponent. He's got Billy Brownless inside. Billy says, go on with it, son. Centering kick, Hinckley. Well, Kenny Hinckley, he used to be a goal kicker. And in 1991, he kicked 51. But in the last 3 seasons, he's kicked 7, 5 and 2. So he only kicked 2 goals for the whole of last season, and he's about to kick his second in a minute and a half.
Heard the call of the Wild? If not, tune in to 4 Quarters every Friday night on 7.
So a good little break here with Geelong. Barnes and Steins. Oh, they're all both going up before acceptances. Barnes eventually tapped it, and it stays in the centre. I actually find that boring. When they bounce it in the centre and the both ruckmen fly up before acceptances, it comes down, it stays there. I mean, if that's good, Polly Farmer would ruck a little bit better than that, I would imagine. Here they go. Now, Barnes won that one. Kingay. That was Phoebe, Matthew Phoebe. Taken away by Brown. Towards half-forward, McGrath at the back. Here's Riccardi with pace. I thought it was an Academy Award performance for the free kick, but he's going to get away with it. He was hardly touched then, Peter Riccardi. He's a beautiful kick normally. Oh, he's going to run round, have a shot. Great play, Riccardi. 50 metres from goal. Lobs it up high. Let's see if someone can take a mark. It's thumped the ground. A holding on then. Oh. Phoebe to Norman. Or Norman gets it back. Primke is there. Here's, well, that was Seacamp actually eventually. Ablett is there. Now Norman. Oh, they're going all over the place here in Melbourne. Here's Primke. Now even he's going short, but he's going to get away with it. He finds Seacamp.
Seacamp straight to Tanner. Well, they touched it about 10 times and didn't get to the centre circle. Kick by Tanner. Look at this man, Pickering on his own. He's 30 metres in the clear. Steers the pass in low for Ablett. Oh, well done by White, who came from nowhere. Gee, that was good. He was horizontal when he punched that out.
Yes, unfortunately, Gary Ablett had to wait for it. White is desperate as ever.
76-59, a 17-point lead to the Cats.
Brownless doing the ruck work. Here's Tanner. Quick hand pass. Pickering gets it to Brownless on the left boot. And across the face. And one behind of the Cats. But they've certainly picked up their work rate, Geelong, and they've got much the better of the play. Melbourne finding it difficult to get it to half forward, as we see Neil Baum looking very agitated on that phone. You'd know what that's like, Malcolm?
I don't know what Neil feels like, but yeah, it wasn't fun sometimes.
Steins takes the mark at half-back. He was playing on, now told to play on by the umpire. Phoebe to Seacamp. Kicked by Seacamp to half-forward. Melbourne haven't been up here too often in this last quarter. Here comes Tingay. All-Australian last year, Stephen Tingay. One out his line with Graham. Off hands to Graham. It spills to the back. Mansfield a blind handball. Tingay on all fours. And a possession to the St John's ambulance kid. The ball out of play. Melbourne haven't scored in this quarter. And the Cats have added 2 goals too.
Tingay's had 4 kicks and 9 handballs, and he normally has a lot more than that. Pickering, and how the umpires see that, he's going to call it a throw-in. And Melbourne desperately need the next goal. In fact, they need a couple of quick ones.
Talk about that handballing of Melbourne. They've actually only had 10 more handballs than Geelong, but just looking at the game, you'd look more because they have sequences of them when they do it.
Neitz and Barnes. Hurried kick comes back toward. A lot of courage shown. And that's Andrew Obst. That was good. He didn't turn his back. He had a quick look to see who was out there. He could see Dyson. Dyson's a thumping kick. If he can get onto his right boot, he can. And look at that. Long kick up towards the forward line. Neitz. Oh, good mark. One grab mark. 10 metres out, well, 15 metres out from goal.
Yes, unfortunately for Lee Colbert then, and he slipped as he went to go with Neitz, and it gave Neitz those 2 or 3 metres he needed. Obviously grabbed it in the air, clean as a whistle.
So David Neitz has been a good player. He's had a good battle with Lee Colbert. Now, kicking for his second. They need this. And he kicks, it's close. It's very close. He's missed. And that's a bad miss at this stage of the game.
Yes, Andrew Lamprell just on the ground for Melbourne for his first run. He was originally named as an emergency, but replaced Hopwood in the selected side. Here's Sanderson. 11-11 plays 9-6. 17-point lead to Geelong. We've got 14 and a half minutes left. McGrath at centre wing. Kicks out of bounds on the full. And Jim Steins will take the free kick.
Sidney McGrath not happy there. He actually thought it was touched off the boot.
Billy Brownless delivering the ball back to Steins. Hasn't been much in this game all day. Cats have led at every change by a point. 15 at half-time and 4 at three-quarter time. It's now 17. One of the biggest leads of the day, actually, at the moment. Neitz kicks into his own man, and it bounces off Viney out of bounds on the full.
It's a terrific attempt by Neitz to take that mark, too. Now, Brown. Half forward, Brownless with Primke. Primke won the battle of strength there. Oh, well played, Hinkley. Very skillful player. Here's Todd Viney. Probably should have knocked it on. Couch, caught, and the umpire said it was held to him, and he'll bounce it 40 metres out from the Geelong goal. 17 points the margin. The Cats in control at the moment, but this game can change very, very quickly. Plenty of time for Melbourne if they're good enough. That was Seacamp. Now, Len Lovett. Now, Stephen Phoebe. Here's a big chance for them here, the Demons. Up towards Neitz. Oh, that is a great mark. Terrific mark.
Yes, they don't get any shorter. That's what they say in the last quarter, too, they're the taller blokes.
Now, Neitz has kicked it out in front of his teammate here. It's Phoebe. Steve Phoebe on the right foot. Brings it back the line. He should mark. And he does. He finally breaks the shackles to get away from Ben Graham, and he'll kick for his third.
Once again, that ball holding up from that pocket, just sitting up in the breeze, and once again, the good player seems to read it quicker.
This won't be as easy a kick as it looks either. A bit of breeze out there, and he's a little bit nervous about it, Gary, even though he's experienced. They need it badly, Melbourne. Gary Lyon for his third. Now, let's see. He's kicked it. goes to the Melbourne skipper, and they just sneaked back into it, 11-11 to 10-6.
Yes, it's been that sort of game, hasn't it? Geelong have really kicked up, because we watched Neitz kick this ball out to Phoebe, who did all the hard work through the middle of the ground too. Really was great run on play, and the ball just stops, and Ben Graham just caught out of position there. Very handy goal for Gary Lyon. 3 goals, pretty good contribution.
Well, Melbourne have usually kicked their goals in groups, so back them to kick the next one. Steins finds Neitz, wide for Lyon. Gary Lyon pushed down, play on, says the umpire. Ben Graham charges out of defence with it. A high ball to half-back flank. Phoebe. It's out on the full, so it'll be Phoebe's kick anyway. Melbourne launching an assault. They trail by 11 points. The 4 premiership points up for grabs here. Kick by Phoebe. Very high with Smith. Couldn't take the mark. Mansfield for Geelong. To half forward. Hinkley's been great. Kick 2 in the last quarter. Ball at ground level, and the umpire will ball it up.
Once again, Peter, that kick out from Neitz to Lyon, just too wide. Gary Lyon falling over. No, I mentioned it 3 times, but you're just out of the contest.
Even the long kick back to the square and ducking back, it might have been a better option, but done it too often today, Melbourne, kicking wide to their forwards. There's another bounce going on here. Gee, there's nothing in it. It's just the little things will decide this game. Enjoyable game to watch, even though there's been a lot of scragging and bounce-ups and throw-ins from the boundary. It's still enjoyable because it's tight and hard. Here's Dyson. He's gone wide with Phoebe. Under Obst. Back to Phoebe. That's Matthew Phoebe. And again, some scragging and tackling and another throw-in.
I suppose if you're going to play this sort of game, Melbourne started the season off on their first 5 in a row last year. As we just watched the centre breaks there, Geelong getting on top in that area, in this quarter in particular. But I guess if you've just been a bit off over summer, that slicker stuff just doesn't quite happen naturally.
Couch slips down, loses control. Dyson the hand pass. Viney charges into Riccardi. Riccardi dropped it red hot. Umpire. Free kick to Riccardi.
The umpire said he didn't have the ball.
Egg under the eye of Viney. There goes the pass out wide, and the mark to Pickering. Well, a year's a long time in football. This game last year, Melbourne kicked 26 goals. Geelong kicked 13 and lost by 11 goals. They kicked 16, so they're not going to kick 16 today and probably will win. Up inside half forward, Mensch. Ablett. A wide arc, back over the shoulder to the goal square. McGrath's there. Ablett's kick is offline, and he's now kicked 5 goals, 5.
I'll tell you what, the way he's moving, he could play another, well, 3 or 4 seasons probably at full forward, couldn't he?
Yes, the last couple of years he started very well at the start of the season. He's got a bit tired at the end, you know, just that age catches up. So they've kicked to that same spot nearly all day, that same
got away with it too.
Yes, it's really with a zone. You find a weakness in the zone and you just keep peppering it in there.
Andrew Obbs. Now again, they're not going straight up the middle, just slightly out to the right. And there's Michael Mansfield. Another adaptable player. I've seen him go down the forward line and kick goals, particularly one day at Victoria Park. He helped beat Collingwood when he went down and kicked 5. There's Mansfield. Down towards half forward, Billy Brownless. He's marked it. He's finally breaking the shackles because Pripke's been playing him pretty closely. Here's Billy. It's a thumping kick. It's a wobbly one this time. Ablett. Oh, that is a very, very good mark. The Melbourne players don't think he marked it. Terrific attempt. Because they are difficult.
Melbourne players saying he dropped it.
So what's your saying? Ablett does go. See how he reads down quicker than anybody? I reckon that's a clean mark.
Looked the mark, didn't it? But a difficult mark.
That's the difference. Just down the other end, Gary Lyon had a chance before. Ablett's made the most of it. And really, at the end of the day, in a game this tight, those half chances this man's taken today just may be the difference.
Goal number 6 for Ablett coming up if he kicks it. And he has. Very, very important goal, that one, because now the margin is 18 points.
What a trio.